Good morning, and welcome to John L. Miller Great Neck North High School's inaugural Memorial Day event honoring Sergeant Ronald Poons. At this time, I ask that you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing while Owen Rabeni sings our national anthem, and we have a moment of silence in honor of those lost in recent tragedies in Buffalo, Texas, for the servicemen and women currently serving in our armed forces, for those who have served, and for those who have given their lives protecting our freedom. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Before we begin our program, I'd like to acknowledge our invited and honored guests. Senator Kaplan, Legislator Pillip, Councilwoman Lurvy, Captain Fell and Mr. Schnatz from the United States Merchant Marine Academy, Board President Rebecca Sassooni, and from District Office, Superintendent Dr. Prendergast, Assistant Superintendent Dr. Hickey, Assistant Superintendent Ms. Newman, HR Assistant Superintendent Ms. Kirby, and our Business Official Assistant Superintendent Mr. Powell. And our guest of honor, Sergeant Ronald Poons, joined by his wife Maria, his daughter Kathy, and grandchildren Jamie, Jordan, and Sydney. Thank you all very much for being here. Very special thank you to the Aid to Our Troops Club members, officers, and advisor, Mr. Caesar, for organizing and spearheading this event and new tradition at North High. Their mission is to fundraise, donate items of need, and bring awareness to the importance of the contributions and sacrifices all members of the armed forces make and have made. Thank you very much. Before we turn it over to the students, Captain Fell from the United States Merchant Marine Academy would like to say a few words.
Good morning. I just want to start. So the other day I was at Target, and you go in, and on the right-hand side you have these little like cards for sale and stuff. And this one card kind of took me, and I saw it, and it said lost, one dog, white, 3 legs, blind, no tail, has mange, answers to the name of Lucky. And just like that dog, I guess I consider myself lucky to have the privilege to come up here and talk to you a little bit. Memorial Day to me means a lot since I've been here at the United States Merchant Marine Academy. I've been since 2004. And since that time, we had 2 of our midshipmen who went into the active duty. One was a Marine, one was a civil engineer CV that gave their life for the country, and that means a lot to me. And it's just a time of this time of year where we just need to think about those who gave their lives for the country to make this place a great country that we get to live here. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Holtzman. Good morning, honored and invited guests. My name is Kyle Tubian. I am the co-president of the Aid Our Troops Club here at Great Neck North High School. I'm here to speak a little bit about Memorial Day and what it means to this country. I am humbled to have the opportunity to speak on this sacred day to honor our fallen soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines. They made the ultimate sacrifice for the freedom our country enjoys every day. Aside from us having this upcoming Monday off to commemorate and honor these important individuals, have you ever given a thought to how it all started? Memorial Day first began after the Civil War, a war which claimed more lives than any conflict in U.S. history. By the late 1860s, various towns and cities began holding tributes to honor these heroes, decorating their graves with flowers and reciting prayers. This later became known as Decoration Day. In 1967, this solemn holiday officially became recognized to what we know today as Memorial Day, and in 1971 announced as an official federal holiday. We acknowledge this coming Monday as a day to pay tribute to these heroes, but it is more than that. I would like to read you all my pledge. This is a short passage written by Martin Treptow, a soldier who was killed trying to deliver a message to his battalion while fighting on the Western Front in France in 1918. This passage was discovered in his diary that was recovered from his body. It read, "America shall win the war. Therefore, I will work. I will save. I will sacrifice. I will endure. I will fight cheerfully and do my utmost, as if the whole issue of the struggle depended on me alone." But what does this mean to us, and how can we carry it with us today? This passage describes the formidable will and courage of the American people. This is a country whose citizens are so proud of their heritage that they are willing to give their lives to keep this country safe and free. This day was created to honor the ones that stepped up when a revolution needed to be won, our harbor was bombed, or when our country was attacked one Tuesday morning in September. I know if you could ask any of those fallen soldiers what they did it for, they would say, "I fought for freedom, for that flag, for the men and women next to them, and to keep the ones they love safe." This is what Memorial Day is all about, honoring these heroes. We carry this message with us today when we put our hands over our hearts and say the Pledge of Allegiance, and when we salute to the home of the brave, and when we fly our flags at half-mast in remembrance on this day. Thank you. I would now like to introduce my co-president, Ryan Roksar, to speak a little bit about the Aid Our Troops Club at Great Neck North High School.
Thank you, Kyle, for that great introduction. Good morning. My name is Ryan Roksar, and I'm the co-president of the Aid Our Troops Club at Great Neck North High School. I would like to thank all of our honored guests for being here today in support of our distinguished guest, Mr. Ronald Coons. The Aid Our Troops Club has been my favorite club throughout my time here at Great Neck North High School. Like many others, I initially joined this club because my 9th grade physics teacher, Mr. Caesar, was the club's advisor, and I enjoyed his antics and stories. As I attended more meetings, I started to understand what this club truly stands for, and I developed a profound respect for our armed services. Over time, I grew more devoted to the mission behind this student organization. What does the Aid Our Troops Club stand for? What are our objectives? Our main goal is to support and honor all branches of the armed forces through fundraisers and donations. We raise awareness about the sacrifices of our U.S. military and support active, reserve, and retired members of our military organizations. Previously, our main method of acquiring donations was through Great Neck North High School's largest student event, Battle of the Classes. Unfortunately, Battle has been canceled for the past 2 years due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. When the event was running, students would donate supplies to our club in exchange for points that would be awarded to each class's battle score. Through the years, our club, with support of our great school and community, has been privileged enough to collect hundreds of boxes of supplies, along with raising thousands of dollars from teacher donations. Using those donations to pay for shipping costs, Great Neck North High School has supported our military overseas by sending those supplies annually. 2 years ago, the club was able to collect and donate nearly 70 large boxes of goods to be sent overseas to help active U.S. soldiers in Afghanistan. In the past, we've also sent our goods to the veterans at the Northport VA. We hope that the club can continue this valued tradition for years to come. In addition to collecting donations, the 8 Our Troops Club is looking to expand its functions by becoming a more influential student organization at Great Neck North High School. This upcoming school year, we plan on developing a space where we can commemorate and honor Great Neck North alumni who have served in the armed services. We designed an 8 Our Troops t-shirt that is currently being featured at the Great Neck North Blazers sideline store online. In preparation for today's ceremony, Mr. Caesar and administration decided to order a flag that has been flown over the U.S. Capitol. This flag embodies the very qualities that make our nation great: liberty, justice, freedom, love for country, and national purpose. Sergeant Poons has fought to preserve these qualities that make this country amazing. Later in the ceremony, we'll be presenting the special flag to Sergeant Poons for everything he has done during his time in the service. Now, we are here today to establish a new tradition for the 8 Our Troops Club we need to continue for years to come. This event could not have been possible without the leadership and determination of Mr. Caesar to get this event off the ground. Thank you, Ms. Tubian, for helping out the club throughout the year. I would also like to thank all of the other members of the 8 Our Troops Club for the hours they have put into planning and this event and making it amazing. Thank you, Dr. Holtzman and the rest of the administration for allowing us to honor Sergeant Poons on this beautiful Friday. Thank you all for coming. Now here is Alexa Tubian. She is a Great Neck North alum and a past officer of the club, and she will be singing America the Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful for gracious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties across the rain. America, God send His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Zachary Levine, and I'm the Vice President of the 8 Our Troops Club.
My name is Maya Glassman, and I am the treasurer of the 8 Our Troops Club. Today we are here to honor a man who has contributed to and accomplished so much as a member of the Great Neck community. Ronald Poons was born in 1941 and raised here in Great Neck. He is an alumni of Great Neck North, a member of the class of 1959. After enlisting in the military in 1963, Mr. Poons spent 2 years in training and was ultimately assigned to the 11th Special Forces Airborne Group, the Green Berets. This name reflects the unique Green Berets that belong to this unit's official uniform. The Green Beret was selected by President John F. Kennedy to signal his admiration for the unconventional warriors who are part of the Special Forces soldiers. As a Green Beret, Mr. Poons held many roles, including sergeant and heavy weapons expert.
Even after his release from the military in 1969, he continued to protect and serve his community as a member of the Great Neck Alerts Fire Department. In just a few years, he managed to become an EMT and also rise through the ranks to serve as a chief, receiving 5 Medals of Valor, the highest honor for a firefighter, and being named Firefighter of the Year by New York State. While fighting a house fire in a Great Neck home, Mr. Poons sustained a major injury that led to 40 days in a burn unit, 7 skin graft operations, and intense physical therapy, forcing him to retire from being a commodities broker and from active duty as a firefighter. However, Mr. Poons still did not stop serving his community. Even after the injury, he became a speaker and trainer for the probationary classes of FTNY firefighters at the Randall's Island Training Center. Mr. Poons raised his family in Great Neck with his wife, former North Hempstead Councilwoman Maria Christina Poons. In fact, Their 3 daughters and 1 son-in-law are all alumni of North High, including our own dean, Mrs. Bihar. Currently, Mr. Poons serves as a member of the Village of Great Neck Board of Appeals. Here, today, we in the 8R Troops Club and our other esteemed guests are gathered to honor the accomplishments of Great Neck North High alumnus Ron Poons.
At this time, I would like to invite Senator Kaplan to the lectern.
Good morning, everyone. It is truly an honor to be here today to celebrate our own hero. First of all, we're coming up on Memorial Weekend. I hope each and every one of you, when you see a veteran, please stop by and thank them for their unconditional commitment, for their sacrifice, and their family's sacrifice. It is because of them that we stand here proud as Americans and enjoy the benefits of all the freedoms this country offers us. God bless you. God bless your families for all your sacrifices. I also want to give a shout out to the entire Poons family. You are loved in this community. You are a big part of this community. Ron and Kitty. Kitty, you are a trailblazer, serving on Town of North Hempstead Council and really hearing the voices of this community and making a difference. And of course, your children. What a beautiful day to be here and to honor Ron for all of his sacrifices, but also honor the entire family. God bless you, and God bless this wonderful country we all call home, the United States of America. Ron, I'd like you to come up. I have a proclamation from State of New York recognizing all you have done for us.
Thank you, Senator Kaplan. At this time, I'd like to invite Councilwoman Lurvy to the lectern.
Thank you so much, Dr. Holtzman. And thank you so much to the Aid to Our Troops Club for putting together such an amazing event today for the first time. You know, we in government, we fix potholes, we balance budgets, we argue about who we're going to appoint as commissioners. But our sacred duty is to make sure that everyone in the armed forces is honored, respected, and given our heartfelt thanks for making us a country of freedom, a country that we can be proud of. My parents came here as political refugees, and so I never stop giving thanks to everybody who has fought, and especially those who have given their lives for our country. People who fought like Ronald Poons, who we are here to commemorate today. People that we can look up to. People that we need to look up to and that we need to recognize. So thank you, everybody, for joining us here today. And I have a proclamation from the town of North Hempstead, because we are justly proud of our outstanding citizens who have exhibited a sense of dedication and concern for our community, such as Ronald Poons, who is being honored for his service to our country. So thank you. God bless you all, and God bless the United States of America.
There's more. Yeah. Thank you, Councilwoman Lurvy. I'd like to invite Legislator Pillip up to the lectern.
Thank you, Great Neck North. I'm very happy to be here, and thank you for having me. Monday is Memorial Day. It is the day that we pause, reflect, and understand what freedom is all about. On Memorial Day, we remember those who have fallen in a battle. They gave the ultimate sacrifice. When we see our flag, we remember that brave men and women fought and died for us, for the flag. Thank you, Great Neck North, is starting a beautiful and meaningful ceremony. The aid to our troop club has created something that all our schools should do. Orland, you are your hero. Men and women like you who serve the country are very special. I also serve in the Israeli Defense Force as a paratrooper. I know the feelings, the pride, the responsibility. So thank you for serving our country, and I would like to present you a citation from Nassau County Legislature. Thank you. Thank you.
He asked me if there's anything I'd like to say. One thing I'd like to comment on, Kathy did a great job putting this thing together, but she didn't talk to the FAA. It is an honor to be here for this celebration, and in particular being the first time this celebration has been made. There are sure to be others in the future that will be up here and be awarded, but the ones that can't be up here are the ones that we keep upmost in our head, in our brain, in our hearts. They suffered, they paid the ultimate cost, but the lucky ones like myself and others who were able to do their service to our country, to our community, and be able to, Kathy, I thought you had connections. The ones that are able to come before you, as I am, and speak about, what it is like. I don't, and my family knows, I don't talk much about the years I spent in the service. I don't talk much about the years I spent as a firefighter in this community. It's something that's in your heart, and you just do it. And you do it so that it is a service to our brothers and sisters and everybody else. They look up to us, and they really need us. And that's the important thing. And that's where I can walk away from here today saying, hey, I did a job, and I'm very grateful to be able to put these on the wall and say, hey, it was worth it. And I thank you very much.
This concludes today's event. I thank you so much for coming, all our honorees, our honored guests. I appreciate you being here for this special day. Thank you all for coming. Thank you. Good night.